Alright everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. I'm coming back at you with another retro season review. Tonight's review is going to be the Penrith Panthers of 1991. Getting into their season, it was a year of face in a way for Penrith in 1991. Faced minor premiership, faced premiership, and then also they had the change of the jersey from a brown and white chocolate soldiers, and then they brought in the black with the white, the green, the red and the yellow on the sleeves, licorice all sorts. It was a really good year for Penrith. They had 22 games that they played in total, 17 wins, 1 draw and 4 losses. A points differential of plus 233. They finished 6 points clear of Manly, who finished in second place. Greg Alexander was the captain that year. Phil Gould was the head coach. The biggest crowd they got was 18,827 against Balmain. The average crowd for the year was 11,844. The biggest win of the year was against Eastern Suburbs in the last round of the regular season. 42 points to 8. They smashed Eastern Suburbs at the City Football Stadium. Going into the year, it was a chance to try to right the wrongs of 1990. The club reached their first grand final in 1990. They fell short against Canberra. They come into the 1991 season. New jersey, new outlook, new logo. They started off the year with 7 games unbeaten. Then in round 8 they lost against Western Suburbs 12 points to 8. Round 9 to the grand final though, they only lost 3 matches, so they were on a pretty much a red hot streak for the entire year. They finished as minor premiers as I mentioned. They only had to play 1 finals match to actually meet the grand final. They played against North Sydney in what was known as the major semi-final, and they got a bit lucky I think on that occasion, because even though that they won 16 points to 14, Darryl Halligan and North Sydney only kicked 1 from 5 that day, and North Sydney actually outscored Penrith in that game. So Penrith held on. It was a really tough game against North, but they made the grand final, 2nd year in a row, and once again the opponents were Canberra. Going into that game, Penrith were looking to win their first premiership, and they were trailing 12-6 at half time against Canberra, who were in their 3rd straight premiership decider. And then in the second half they ended up coming back. Penrith, of course, we've all got that image of Royce Simmons getting that ball from the short kick-off. Mark Geyer scoops it up, passes it to Royce Simmons, and he scores in the corner. Royce Simmons got 2 tries in the grand final that day. Greg Alexander kicked a field goal. They won the grand final 19 points to 12. It was the club's first premiership. Euphoria for Penrith fans. It had been a long hard slog from 1967 up until 1991, because in between that time they'd only ever made the finals 4 other times. As I mentioned, they were runners up the year before, so all that emotion and everything that went into that grand final, that went right for them on that occasion. It was Royce Simmons' final game. Greg Alexander lifted the Proven Summons Trophy, the Winfield Cup. He finished the year as the top point scorer for Penrith with 139 points. And the top try scorer for Penrith was Graham Mackay. 16 tries he got that year. There was also some other contributors as well in the try stakes. Paul Smith got 13 tries. Steve Carter got 9 tries. Greg Alexander, he was handy with the boot, and he was also handy with scoring. He got 9 tries. And you can see what you like about Phil Gould as a person, or maybe as a commentator, but as a coach, he knew what he was doing. He was absolutely smashing. He previously won the premiership with Canterbury Bankstown. I think he was one of the youngest coaches to ever win a premiership, and he backed it up. He took Penrith to their first ever premiership, and a lot of these players that played for Penrith in that 1991 season are some of the best players that have ever played for the club. And I think the 1991 season is always going to be a season that Penrith fans can look back on and look back with a lot of pride. And they did some great things in that year, and they were thoroughly deserved premiership winners. Anyways everyone, that's my review of the Penrith Panthers 1991 season. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. If you had not yet subscribed, make sure that you click that subscribe button. I'm up to 410 subscribers at the moment, and looking to get to 450, 500 by the end of the year. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next video. Alright, ta-ra.